Hi guys, this is Engineer Joseph Celeste, a recent passer of the November 2022 Civil Engineering Licensure Examinations and one of the fortunate takers to have landed a spot in the top 10. In this video, I will share to you yung story ko kung paano ako pinalad maging top-notcher sa boards. Ikukwento ko yung naging preparation ko at kung paano ko nakamit yung achievement na to. And along the way, I will also share some personal tips on how you can also ace the board exams. So keep watching until the end of this video. So nag-start yung boards review ko noong August 8, 2022, about 3 months before the actual exams. Ito yung date na nag-move in ako sa naging dating dorm ko sa Sampaloc, Manila. Balikabadong-kabado pa ako nito dahil late na talaga kami nung roommate ko sa review. By that time, almost more than half na kasi ng board exam coverage ang naituturo sa regular review sessions ng mga review center. And on top of that, hindi ko pa alam kung saang subjects ADL magsimula sa review ko. So this brings me to my very first tip. Create a plan of study or review. Lahat ng review centers may sariling schedule ng topics na ituturo at their own preferred pace. And if you will opt to enroll in a review center, you can simply follow their schedule or modify yun to your own liking. Pero if you will undergo self-review naman, I highly suggest starting with MSTE. Especially sa math subjects, if medyo need mo pang i-brush up yung mga concepts doon. Kasi magagamit mo talaga siya throughout the boards. And then, after MSTE nga, you proceed with the hydraulics and principles of geotechnical engineering or HGE. And then, afterwards, punta ka na sa principles of structural analysis and design or formerly known nga as yung SEC. Having a plan of study talaga or review and of course, following each and every step dapat nun will surely keep you on track. This applies to every case naman ng takers. Either kahit working ka or may privilege ka na mag-focus lang sa review. Kailangan planado yung mga inaaral mo para alam mo kung paano mo sila pagkakasyahin sa daily 24 hours natin. And mahirap kasi yung wala kang sinusundang schedule, lalo sa isang board exam na may malawak na coverage gaya sa CE. So sa simula, ganun yung ginawa ko. I created a schedule na napakasiksik na. Kasi may almost a month and a half na lang ako para makahabol sa pacing ng review centers. So, ang nangyari dun, meron na lang akong about 2 weeks para sa each subject na pwede kong ilaan. And ang dating neto sa akin nun is parang mission impossible talaga. Kasi kung yung major subjects nga natin nung college, ang hirap na aralin in 4 or 5 or more years. Paano pa yung board exam sa ilang weeks lang? My next and perhaps yung pinaka gusto kong ibigay na tip is know your motivation. Ulit-ulit nyo na siguro itong naririnig. Pero your motivation will really dictate how you will prepare for the board exam. If your reasons for taking the exam are not as purposeful or hindi man ganun kalalim as those of others, then you might take the review lightly in comparison sa kanila. And wala namang masama doon. We all have our own reasons in doing things. Pero yung drive to achieve yung goals natin sa boards, isang malaking deciding factor siya kung papasok ba tayo sa list ng passers. Or even lalo sa list ng top-notchers. Kailangan alam natin kung para saan, para kanino, or bakit ba natin kailangang pumasa or mag-top sa CE boards. And the board exam is almost entirely a mental battle. So you have to equip your mind with the things that keep you going. In my case, yung motivations ko talaga, yung tumulong sa akin na makover yung regular review topics in that short amount of time at eventually makahabol sa pacing ng review centers. May times na, aminin ko, may times na gusto ko nang din sumuko kasi napakahirap nun, Parang mission impossible nga gaya ng sabi ko kanina, Sabi ko pa, kaya naman ata kahit hindi ko sila habulin agad-agad, I just take my time lang and eventually makakahabol din ako, sabi ko. Or ultimately, sabi ko, pwede namang din na lang ako mag-top para madali yung buhay, di ba? Ba't ko papapahirapan sarili ko, Pero ayun nga, kaya binigay ko tong tip na to kasi iniisip ko lang lagi yung mga dahilan ba't ko nga ba kailangan gawin to, bakit nga ba gusto ko pumasa at hopefully mag-top. Kasi every time na naiisip ko yung mga sagot sa mga tanong na yun, nakukuha ko yung extra push, extra boost na kailangan ko, to really rise up to the challenge. So, ayun na nga, sa awa ng Diyos. After a few weeks, nakahabol din ako sa mga review centers at kinaya ko na rin mag-take ng pre-boards after ng review courses. The results were quite okay naman. Okay yung discard ko sa pagre-review ng board exam topics. Hindi naman ako agad nagtatop doon. Pero ang sabi ko lang talaga is that I continue to improve lang. Darating din siguro ko sa point na yun. So, given nga, no, na naging okay yung discard ko sa pag-review ng board exam topics, I'll also recommend that you familiarize, practice, and practice. The CE board exam covers a wide range of topics. So, as much as possible, maging familiar tayo with all the concepts and formulas. Napakadami niyan nila. Pero, no topic should be left behind. On top of that, you should also practice answering questions pagkatapos mong aralin yung mga concepts. Kasi yung exam, sukatan naman siya ng galing sa pagsagot at hindi ng panonood or pagbabasa ng lecture materials. Kaya I highly suggest din na kailangan doble ng effort mo ng pag-intindi ng concepts yung ilalaan or i-exert mo kapag nagpa-practice answering ka na. So, parang familiarize, then practice twice. Then, nung bandang kalagitnaan ng October, no, kalagitnaan na rin to ng refresher courses, no, naging stable na lahat kahit paano para sa akin. No. Dito na rin ako nakapagsingit ng mga additional na aralin na feel ko needed para mag-top talaga. So, tumingin-tingin lang din ako sa FB groups, no? You can also do this. Yung iba, public naman, or madali lang naman mag-request to join. So, tinignan ko doon kung ano ba yung mga napag-uusapan na CE board topics para updated tayo sa pinag-uusapan sa community ng board takers. Then, napansin ko na ang karamihan, ang common na sinasuggest, past board questions talaga. Kaya, isasama ko na rin tong tip na to. Study the past board exams. Some, if not most of the questions, tend to be recurring daw sa exam. And I agree, no, based from my experience. May mga nauulit talaga. Hindi man exact items, pero yung topics. So, having that familiarity with board questions will guarantee you, no, some extra points na kaagad. In addition to the recurring questions, no, you should also analyze the trends in the recent board exams, no. For example, yung conceptual items sa MSTE. Naging noticeable daw yung pagdami niya mula nung 2021 boards. So, kailangan maisama nyo rin yun, no, sa review nyo. And in my case, I actually prepared for about 1,000 terms, of which only 10 appeared on the actual exams. And if you'll ask me, hindi siya nakakapanghinayang. Kasi kung hindi ko inaral yung 1,000, hindi ko makukuha yung 10 na yun. Kasi napaka-unpredictable ng terms. May mga nauulit, may mga hindi. So, talagang hindi mo masasabi kung ano yung lalabas doon. And if you look at yung ratings namin noong November 2022 boards, napakadikit ng score sa top 10. Think, ilang items lang, laglag ka na. Same goes, no? Doon sa iba na, malapit na sa top 10, no? Ilang points na lang, pasok ka na rin. So, napakadikit niya. So, yung ilang items na yun, yung 10 items na yun, napaka-crucial niya. So, masasabi ko lang, yung 1,000 terms na inaral ko was really well worth it, no? In the end. Then, nung last few weeks na, before the actual boards, medyo marami na akong na-cover na topics. Paulit-ulit na rin akong nakakapag-practice answering. Siguro, pag nakarating na rin kayo sa point na to, no, makaka-encounter na kayo ng certain topics na pwedeng napakadali na para sa inyo. Then, sa pagsasagot nyo pa ng sample problems, meron din kayong may encounter na ulit-ulit na tinatanong. Even sa given or even sa values, parehong-pareho. And this may tempt you talaga, no, to skip them na altogether kapag nagre-review kayo, to focus on much more challenging questions or yung mga unfamiliar ones pa para sa inyo. So, for my last tip, never get tired of the basics. Okay naman yung maglaan kayo ng more time para sa mga hindi nyo pa na-cover. Kasi kaya nga nang sabi ko, diba, no topic should be left behind. Kailangan maglaan tayo ng extra time, mas may makover pa tayong maraming topics. Pero, do not pick up yung habit na skip mo yung mga bagay-bagay dahil madali na lang sila para sa'yo. Ang problem kasi na nakikita ko dito is, from personal experience din to, is you might forget how to answer them sa actual exam. Lalo kapag naramdaman mo na lahat ng pressure doon. Pag nakaharap ka na sa proctor, nasa testing center ka na, tas ikaw pa natapatan ng aircon, napakabigat sa pakiramdam nun. And how you practice is how you will perform sa actual board exam. So, sagutan nyo lang sila ng sagutan, no? You never know how many of these basic questions yung lalabas, di ba? And napaka-favorable nga rin nito, no? Kung sinasagutan mo lang sila ng paulit-ulit. Kasi possible na ma-reach mo pa yung point na parang maging muscle memory na lang sila sa inyo. Makakasave ka pa ng time sa actual exams kung talagang napakabilis mo na nasasolve yung mga ganitong type ng items. And then, sa mga araw, no, leading up to the actual date ng exam, I just kept my composure. And you should too. So, after the board exam, the rest, as they say, is history. So, that's all for this video, guys. Hopefully, may mga na-pick up kayo mula dito. And sana magamit nyo sila sa journey nyo naman, no, towards being a CE Boards top-notcher. Salamat and see you sa mga susunod pang videos.